Welcome back, friends. Let's continue our declutter series, which at this point nothing has been decluttered. So I'm tempted to call this more of a plan to pan for the next year, because now that I'm going through my makeup, I am looking for things to put in projects for next year. So I have been putting some things aside. I'll give you a sneak peek of that basket right here. I'm putting things aside for my projects. So let's call this a plan to pan, but if I see anything that needs to be decluttered, I will declutter. So let's get started. We're going to start with this palette. You guys know that I am working on these eyeshadows. They are in my Pan Those Eyeshadows project, and so I'm just basically trying to pan all of them. Now, that's probably not going to happen, but I contemplated decluttering some of these at the end of the year, but now that I look back at them, I kind of want to continue using these products for the next year. Maybe not all of them, but I do want to. I actually decluttered the ones that were not smelling the greatest, which are these right here. These right here. So these are a declutter, and now I want to keep working on these. So I don't know. I think I might just have to put them in a project for next year, just to keep working on them. I do have a lot of eyeshadows, but I think if I start with these, I would love to finish all of these, honestly. Now, that's not going to happen. I know that's going to be hard, especially the greens and the purple and the blue. Those are really hard to pan, but I figure if I don't think I have any other blue shadows in my collection other than these, so that's why I'm thinking about leaving them in my collection for now. If they start to smell, then I will go ahead and declutter them. But I think I'm going to roll all of these onto a project for next year. Let's move on to these single eyeshadows. They are more like pigments, if you ask me, now that I'm thinking about it. It's like loose eyeshadows. So let's go ahead and start. This is the Makeupdeclutter Cosmetics. This is in Tease, and it's a yellowish, I wanted to say champagne color, but it's more yellow. You see how beautiful that is? I do enjoy these pigments. They are nice and glittery. This is the other one. This one is in Earth. It's more of a pinkish color. And I absolutely love them. At first when I started using them, I didn't think they were the best. I still feel like they're not something I would repurchase, but it's not like pulling teeth to try to get me to use these. I do enjoy them. So these two I am working on. This, or I met my goal. This is the one that was starting to get patchy on me when I used the brush. Now if I use my fingers, it gives me more pigmentation, as you guys can see there. So this is one that I can only use if I use my fingers to get that pigment. Otherwise, it won't look that way. It'll look very patchy. Let's see if I can make it happen. I guess I'll try right here. You see? Look at the difference. I don't know what it is, but with the brush, it's like it doesn't pick up anything. So I'm using my fingers to apply it. Now let's look at this other Makeupdeclutter one in Mushroom. I have not used this. It's pretty full now that I wow. Now that I can compare how much I've used of these, that's crazy. This is more of, it's called Mushroom. It looks like a goldish brown, no, like a bronze color. There you go. That's pretty. Very pretty color. I like it. So this, honestly, hold on, before I talk, this is my Jafra color in bronze. It looks more like a green color though. Oh yeah, but it says bronze, green bronze, I don't know. See, it looks like a green and it's very pretty as well. Now I wonder if I can apply it with a brush. Oh, okay. Huh. I bought these two at the same time, so they are old. But I'm thinking I use this one less than this one. So I'm thinking that because I keep, you know, opening it up, it dries out the formula, because that is a huge difference. Like finger, brush, finger, brush. These two don't really seem like they have a huge difference like these do. So, honestly, I feel like I need to put this in a project for next year so I can use as much of it as I can before I do need to toss it. Let's move on to the next one. Who remembers these? The Maybelline Infallible eyeshadows. And this one is in Golden Emerald, and it is a green. Now this is a darker green, so I can see myself using it. I don't think it would be that hard to use this one. The one that I really liked was the Ember Rush. That was my favorite. I don't think they sell these anymore. And then the last one is a Bare Mineral Pure Radiance Loose Powder. It's not even open. It's more of like a nude color with some shimmer. And I'm not going to open it just yet. So again, no declutters. If anything, this one is in the chopping block. And I'm going to be honest, I think I'm just going to go ahead and put all of these in my basket. I think I want to add them to some sort of project so I can use them. And this one, because this one's probably going to go bad soon. So that's that. So I am left with one eyeshadow in my collection. And then the other ones I'm going to try to put them in some kind of project for next year. Here are my pigments. I hope the lighting is good. I'm trying to mess with it. Whoop. Alright. Honestly, I don't think that I can part with any of these. They are from MAC and I bought them a long time ago, but they are pigments. If anything, they'll probably get dried out a little. I can tell from all of them that this one is the one that, I don't know if it's just loose glitter or it's losing some of that moisture, because it's like basically, like it looks different than this one. Like this one at least clings to the sides of the container. This one doesn't. That's why I'm like, it's like sand in there. So I don't know. I'm not sure if that's part of the consistency or it's going bad. But I can tell you guys that I think I'm going to use these. They're MAC pigments This one, the purple one, is in Quietly, and the white one is in Frost. And I think this is the NYX Ultra Pearl Mania in Mocha. I think these three are gonna be in some kind of project for next year. Not going to declutter just yet. I think I want to give them a try before I do declutter. So I think that one, those are gonna be placed in my basket, and I am tempted. I think I'm gonna try, I'm gonna put this one as well. This is in the color Copper, I want to say. I think that's what it says, Copper. I'm gonna try it because the glitter just doesn't look fresh, or you know, it just looks very dry. So we'll see. I'm gonna put that one back, and so these are the remainder of my pigment, and I'm just going to put them back in my collection, and we'll go from there. Next up are my smaller palettes. These are palettes that I've had for a long time, and again, like you see, I have way too many eyeshadows. I need to use some, and honestly, some of them I don't want to declutter. I want to use them, give them a chance before I declutter. So let's go. So these are all of my mini palettes, and I want to go through them, smell them, look and see if there's any of them that either need to be decluttered or they need to be in a project for next year. And then the rest will go back in my collection so that I can use during my Shop My Stash, or maybe I can use them in rotation after I meet a goal on one of my project pan products. So let's start with this Milani one. This is in We Did Something, and it's beautiful. Love these colors. These are colors that I would wear on a daily. This is like a palette that I could use for the rest of the year and not have to venture out to anything else. But let me smell it. It smells good, and I think I'm just gonna keep it in my collection for now. This one is actually new, but it's a year old. Go figure. I bought makeup and didn't even use it. And this one, so this is probably the newest palette out of all of these. So I'm going to keep it, and as you can see, I think I only swatched that one and that was it. So this is a keep. This is my Wet n Wild and Rose in the Air. And I want to say that a long time ago, people said that this was a dupe for some Anastasia or Renaissance palette, I want to say. But I have used this one, and this one, and this one. And then I think I swatched these two and that one. I haven't really used it. Let me smell it. It smells good still, so I am just going to put it back. This is not going to be a declutter. This one, it's one of my favorites. This is the Rose Gold Eyeshadow Palette in Nude by e.l.f. And I love pink colors like these, like muted rosy colors. I love those colors. So as you can tell, I've used these a lot more than the darker ones, but I love this palette, and it's one that I'm just gonna keep in my collection. It is kind of old, but it doesn't smell, so I'm just gonna keep it. This one is Ruby Gems by Profusion, and I've had this for a long time. They're glitters. I think I've only swatched this one. Well, I mean, I swatched all of them, but I think I've used this one, these two right here. I don't think I've used any of these. So, hold on. Ooh. Forgot how pretty that was. Ooh, this would be good for the holidays. Okay, where'd it go? Okay. It kind of feels dry. It might be going bad, honestly. Let's try this red. Unless that's, I don't know, are they supposed to feel that rough? I feel like this should have more moisture. It's not even, okay. Okay guys, I think this is gonna go into my basket for something I want to either hit pan or just use and try to make up my mind about this. So that one's gonna go in my basket. Disappeared. Nothing. Okay, we'll see how that goes. And my last one is this Essence Dancing Green eyeshadow palette. And I picked this palette because, yes, I'm not the biggest fan of greens, but these greens are toned down, muted. I like that. I like this one right here and this one. So let me do the smelling test. Oh, they smell good. They actually smell good. So I'm not doing anything with this one. This is going back in my collection. Well, at least I have one palette going into, I guess you can call it my chopping block basket. I just want to see if I can work with these, or it could be a declutter. I'm not sure. So I'm going to put it in a project to see if I can make up my mind about it. Now let's move on to the bigger palettes. Ta-da! Alright, so these are my bigger palettes. Now, part of me wants to say these two should be in the mini palette one stash, but I'm gonna keep them on this in this category, the big palettes. So, the Revolution palette. This is actually a impulse buy. A lot of people raved that it was, I think it was a Patrick Ta palette. It was a dupe for it, and so I went ahead and bought it. For that reason, I don't own expensive products. Really? Oh, see? I haven't even swatched it. It's brand new. So this is my newest palette, and I am not going to put it in any projects just yet. So I'm just going to put this one on the side. This is my ColourPop Baby Got Peach. I ordered these and I never used them. I've never used them. That is a thing with me. I'll buy something because I really like it, or they look good, and then once I get it, I just put them in my collection. I don't even use them. See? Even the mirror. I haven't even used the mirror. Super pretty colors. These are colors that I like, that I know I will enjoy, and so let me do the test. They smell good, so I'm keeping this. This palette I bought a long time ago. This is ColourPop and Fame, and these are colors that I love. Actually, I used to love cool tone colors way more than warm colors, and now I'm kind of not the opposite, but I do enjoy both of them, and they smell good, so this is a keep. Profusion Cosmetics. This is my chocolate palette. This one is pretty old, so we need to smell it. Surprisingly, it smells good. So I don't know. Part of me wants to put this one in a project, or maybe like a Panda palette. I don't know. Let me look at the other ones first before I make that decision, because I want to work on some of these, but I don't want to use, or I don't want to use more than one, because I also have the other eyeshadows. This is another Provision palette in Minimalist. Funny thing is, I had this one and it went bad. And it smells terrible. I had to declutter it. And then a friend of mine gifted me this for my birthday last year. So, and I never used it. So, let's smell them, especially the glitters. I know the glitters on the other one went bad. So, let me do a smelling test. Just a moment. Still good. I haven't even swatched this palette. I'm keeping it. It still smells good. Alright, this is another palette. Oh, okay, this is by Morphe, the 35XO Natural Flirt. This was gifted to me. See, they're so dusty. This was gifted to me for a birthday as well by the same friend. And this is more of a cool tone, pinky color type of palette. Let me do the smell test. Smells good. That means I'm keeping it in my collection. So, pretty. I'm sorry, I'm not swatching them. I'd be here forever. Now, if I pick a palette for some kind of project, I will swatch then, because otherwise we would be here for like 2 hours. Alright, ColourPop, it's a mood. I remember that I kept watching people rave about this palette, and I wanted it so bad. The colors in this palette just were super interesting and attracted me. Got my attention for sure. So they are beautiful. I have not used them. One came broken. I think it was this one. This one came broken. It's kind of loose in there. So let me do the smell test. Okay, so it's starting to smell, which I'm pretty bummed out because I really like this palette. I don't want it to go bad. It looks to me that the shimmers are what are going bad. The other ones smell okay, but it's the shimmers. And this one, there's some greenish around it. So now I'm wondering if that's like the oils of the glitters kind of getting absorbed by the palette, the packaging. I'm gonna put it in a project. I have to. Whether it's only the glitter eyeshadows or the whole palette, I think I need to start working on this one. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. And then this one is just gonna go back to my collection. So I think this is gonna be the palette. Spoiler alert. Alright then. That was everything. I know I made it a little faster than my other videos and a little bit different. I got different lighting, and you know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to start, whenever I buy a palette, I think I'm going to put a sticker and just kind of note when I bought it, so I can, I don't know, part of me, I feel like I need to start working on my palettes from oldest to newest, and then part of me is like, well, why are you buying so many of them if you're not even gonna use them? I don't know, but at least I got one palette that I want to use. These maybe I'm gonna be able to use during the year, just in, I say, either shop my stash or just on maybe Sundays. Could be a day that I just randomly pick other products in my collection so I don't get bored from my project pan items. So that was it. My camera's about to die. So I want to thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you guys enjoy this series. Bye. Don't forget to subscribe.